our longest trusted English newspaper since 1898. Now available digitally. Computer. Order the Manila Times Digital Edition. Subscribed. Get the Manila Times Digital Edition for less than 2 pesos and 50 centavos per day when you sign up for 1 year. The Manila Times, news source of choice, trusted since 1898.
Good day! Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Friday, May 6, 2022. More than 500 candidates who are running for various posts face perpetual disqualification from seeking elective office following their failure to file their Statement of Contributions and Expenditures or SOSE for 2 consecutive elections. In a briefing on Thursday, Commission on Elections Commissioner George Garcia said that the Supreme Court jurisprudence gives the Commission the right to perpetually disqualify candidates who disregard the mandatory filing of their SOSE. He also pointed out that good faith is not the reason for not filing a SOSE, which Garcia said is a special law. The COMELEC earlier said that 12 candidates have been barred from seeking public office because they did not file their SOSE. Garcia warned candidates that the Commission is serious in running after erring candidates and determined to disqualify them forever. Meanwhile, the COMELEC has named the Partido Demokratiko Pilipino Lakas ng Bayan or PDP Laban as the dominant majority party for the 2022 elections. However, COMELEC Resolution 10787, which was promulgated by the Commission on Bank on May 4 but was only released on Thursday, did not distinguish which of the 2 factions of the PDP Laban, whether it's the KUWTT or the Pacquiao wing, is the dominant majority party. The KUWTT wing is identified with President Rodrigo Duterte, while the Pacquiao wing is allied with Senator Aquilino Pimentel III, whose father, the late Senate President Aquilino Pimentel Jr., founded the original PDP Laban party. The Commission on Elections also declared the Nacionalista Party as the dominant minority party. The More Islamic Liberation Front and the Armed Forces of the Philippines signed a pledge of commitment to ensure clean, orderly, and peaceful elections. Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity Secretary Carlito Gavez Jr. said the agreement is another major milestone in the Bangsamoro peace process. The signing was held on Tuesday at the MILF's Camp Bilal in Munay, Lanao del Norte, once considered a major stronghold of the revolutionary group. Vice President Maria Leonor Leni Robredo promised to be a working president who will visit even the most remote places that need the national government's help if she wins the presidential race. Speaking at a rally on Thursday in Osamis City, Misamis Occidental, Robredo promised to be a public servant who will not be content with reading reports. In a media interview in Romblon last March, she said she will continue making visits on the ground if elected president. She also stressed the importance of visiting the people in the remotest and poorest places. Over to business. The government's outstanding debt grew by nearly 600 billion pesos at the end of March, hitting a new high of 12.68 trillion pesos. The 586.3 billion peso rise from February's 12.9 trillion pesos was due to the net issuance of government securities to both local and external lenders, the Treasury Bureau said on Thursday. The bulk of the borrowings, which is 69.9%, was domestic in nature, with the rest sourced from abroad. Domestic debt subsequently increased by 5.4% to 8.87 trillion pesos, up from 8.41 trillion pesos as of end of February, while external debt grew by 3.56% to 3.81 trillion pesos from 3.68 trillion pesos. In sports, the Philippine Basketball Association plans to expand its 3-on-3 tournament in Visayas and Mindanao. League Vice Chairman Bobby Rosales, Terra Firma's representative to the PBA board, bared their plans for a wider reach in the 3-on-3 tournament as there are growing demands from teams in the regions for a national tournament. Rigoberto Tiglao and Ruben Torres are today's front page columnists. Tiglao tells voters not to vote for a US puppet for a president, while Torres believes Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. needs confirmation to become president. Today's editorial discusses avoiding a trap of a so-called holy vote. Read a full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the voice of the Times. The pandemic problem and impending economic recovery are among the topics to be discussed by labor stakeholders in today's online business forum of the Manila Times titled OFWs, the Country's Economic Heroes. In this forum, Secretary Abdullah Mamao of the newly formed Department of Migrant Workers will lay down the direction for the transition period leading to the turnover of the DMW of all agencies and bureaus catering to overseas workers. Also invited as resource persons are private employee representatives Joel Ong, President of the Southeast Asian Placement Center Incorporated for the healthcare workers sector, and Antonio Gavez Jr., Chief Executive Officer of Marlo Navigation Philippines Incorporated for the seafarers sector. The forum will be live streamed on the Manila Times Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Daily Motion account from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Times editors Dafort Villaseran and Conrad Carino will serve as the forum moderators. See you there. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. On behalf of the Manila Times, this is Eric John Sequo reporting. Have a safe Friday ahead.